Hey kids! So this is one of many videos I plan on doing about money because it's such a big part of your life. I want to keep them bite-sized for you. They'll be around 5 minutes or less, or right around there. So I don't want to limit myself to 5 minutes if it goes a little bit longer, but I believe they'll make a huge impact on your life. Today's video is actually sponsored by Truist Bank. They reached out to me and I thought it was a perfect fit for this video. Before we get started, I do have a dad joke for you, and I also want you to notice this is my money tree plant. Money doesn't grow on trees, but it makes for a nice plant. Anyway, but before we do have an actual dad joke for you, what did the nickel say to the pile of pennies? You make a lot of sense. When I was younger, there weren't a whole lot of resources for learning about money. And I didn't know what I was doing, honestly. I just thought I was doing what I thought everybody else was doing. And it also seemed to me like other people weren't very willing to share what they knew about money. And, looking back, maybe they actually didn't know themselves. So maybe they didn't feel like they could share. What got me on track was a good friend of mine named Conrad, who's always been really kind. I started talking to him about money, and he shared with me about this radio station that had a show that was about a 3-hour show. And on my commute home, I used to listen to about an hour of it, a chunk that I would listen to, and I just loved it. It was a call-in show, and this guy would answer the questions and point people in the right direction. And he always seemed like he meant well, and I loved it. And I learned all kinds of things through that show that I still use today. I learned about mutual funds, didn't know what a mutual fund was, and they explained all that. So it's nice to have somebody in your corner to help educate you. Having a healthy relationship with money will go a long way to add peace to your life. Trust me. I believe when you're financially confident, it can be life-changing. Truist, that's why I'm partnering with Truist. Truist has a lot of free resources and what they call the 9 principles of money and mindset, because it's, money, it's in your mind too. How do you look at money? On their website, they have a section called Life's Biggest Moments, which includes borrowing for a big purchase. What do you do if you've never done it before? How do you know the steps for that? Buying a home, that's a big thing. And if you've never done it before, where do you begin? But the place I want you to start is taking charge of your money. Because I just think that we got to start somewhere, taking charge of your money, and then we can look at the other ones in future videos. Budgeting is a big part of taking charge of your money, and budgeting gets a bad rap, and why do I want to put restraints on me? Well, but it takes a lot for you to earn your money. You should know where it's going. That's all a budget is. It just kind of gives you some guidelines to stay within, and then you can adjust the budget. But it keeps you from going way outside the lines and how did I not break even this month, right? So that's really important. And the earlier that you can learn how to manage your money, the sooner you'll get out of the rat race. Living paycheck to paycheck is the way most ordinary Americans live. Don't be ordinary. Be extraordinary. Extraordinary. That's where we want you to be. Truist also has a money personality quiz to help you understand how you view money. We all have different backgrounds that we come from, so I think this would be helpful for you. It's another good place to start. I'll put a link in the description of this video so you can take that quiz. Another thing they have is they actually supplement all their resources with a podcast where you can listen to at any time. I was, stuck having to listen to that little piece on the radio for that hour. And so I had to time it just right with podcasts. I'm sure you love podcasts. I love podcasts. So you can learn all kinds of things on your own, on whatever time works for you, right? So that's a nice supplement. And like I've said in a previous video, I love the quote from It's a Wonderful Life. The angel Clarence tells George, "We don't use money in heaven." And George says, "Well, it comes in pretty handy down here, bub." So I would encourage you to use all of Truist's free resources to help you learn as much as you can about money. They've created all these great resources for you under the money and mindset. So let's just click on that. And so they have life's moments overview. and taking charge of your money, borrowing for a big purchase, getting married or partnered. And this is the one I was trying to point you to, taking charge of your money so that you can, you got to start somewhere, and taking charge of your money is huge so that you're not, living paycheck to paycheck. We want to get you on the right track here. But see, you have resources here for buying a home. What would you do there? Money Principles Overview. They just have so many resources. That's why I wanted to, and they're free, right? Free resources are always good. And that's why I wanted to partner with them so that just to kind of point you to all these free resources they have. And then they have this podcast, to supplement what we talked about, where you can redeem the time. If you're driving and commuting, you can listen to the podcast to learn as much as you possibly can about money. So to take that personality quiz that I mentioned, you go to truist.com/money-mindset/principles. Okay. And then if you just scroll down a little bit, we'll scroll right down. Here's that quiz. Learn more about your money habits. So let's just go ahead and take the quiz, see what type of questions they have. So let's see. What would you do if money weren't a concern? Find a way to still worry about it. Isn't that true? We still worry even if we have money. Pack my bags and go on a trip. Volunteer more and give my time to help others. I'm going shopping. #treat yourself. Nice. Let's say pack my bags and go on a trip. Next. How do you manage your finances? I spend all the money. I want to save more and budget, but keep putting it off. Some guidance would help. I keep taking one step forward, then 2 steps back. With dedication and planning, I've got my money under control. Let's just click on one of these. Some guidance would help. Okay, so as you can see, there's 9 questions here that they're going to ask you to get a rough idea of your money personality. I'm not going to go through each one, but you get the idea. So hopefully you can get in here and take this for yourself. So in closing, please don't get me wrong. I don't want you to become obsessed with money. However, it is such a big part of your life, or it will be. You owe it to yourself to take charge of it. Once you get control of it, trust me, your stress level will go down immensely. My hope for you is that you will get to the place in your life where you have so much money, you can give the majority of it away. We'll talk about that in another video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.